Okay, friends and neighbors, here we are at 2802 Euclid Avenue in Fort Wayne, Indiana, 46806. Guessing from the sales disclosure that this was a flip. States that the owner never resided or lived in the home. They do not know the age of the roof. So that's kind of what I'm starting to focus in on now here. To see it from my perspective. I don't really see anything that's concerning. I would have to imagine that the roof is over 10 years old. That shingle appears to be a multi-dimensional shingle, which those tend to be a 30-year shingle. So it might be like halfway through its lifespan. Somebody might say it's further due to the loss of like aggregate in the tar paper, but it looks okay to me. I don't see any damage or missing shingles or anything that somebody would call out. And the gutters look decent. They've clearly done some exterior paint work here recently to include the masonry work around the foundation, as well as these like cedar shake shingles that maintain the or make up the exterior component of your porch. There's fresh paint on the steps and the porch. Little defect to the porch here that we noticed. It could be filled in, but structurally speaking, this porch is pretty sound. It's a bit sturdier than both Carol and I anticipated it to be. Looks like they did not paint the ceiling of the porch, which that's okay. It's the quickest to get that alligator peel, is what we call that paint peel with humidity and temperature change. So okay, cool. So let's see, are these cedar too? Yeah, the whole house is cedar shake shingle. So okay, coming in, you've got a steel cased fireproof door, security door as you would expect. They got vertical mini blinds, and all of the windows are new or newer. I believe brand new, actually. I think there's stickers on that one down there, maybe. That's paint, but nonetheless, new windows all around the whole house, which is nice. All of this paint work in here and trim work appears to be new. I'm guessing that this flooring is new to the house. This flooring is definitely new to the house. And this is going to be like a laminate. Probably a roll. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Nice natural light. There's a big closet that's kind of a Jack and Jill, if you will. You can see that door over there is going to be the door, closet door for the other bedroom. So, and that window, which is on the front of the house, this is eastward facing, just so you have an idea of orientation. Here's your bathroom. Not a lot of update done in here. Looks like they fixed some plaster work and painted these walls and ceilings. Probably a newer toilet. This is definitely the original cast iron tub. You can put a shower curtain up there. You see they've got an overhead shower component there. There's bedroom number 2. On the listing description, it says these are 10 by 9. I would think that that's within 9 inches of a degree of accuracy. So, and seeing that this place was built in 1914, I think it's in pretty good shape. The floors are pretty level. You're not going to find right angles in a house this old, but I think this thing's got good bones at the risk of using cliches. Again, the kitchen These are going to be original cabinets. I'm sure that countertop got picked up somewhere and thrown in here, as did that backsplash later on in life. But the refrigerator and the range there and the hood all are included with the sale. I like that you've got some room to kind of grow and you could update this kitchen. And I think those cabinets are kind of cool. I'd figure out a way to get all that paint off of them and probably keep those top ones around. They've got a nice like farmhouse vibe to them. So here's your back door, which let's see if I can manage it with one hand. Sweet. So this is your back patio here. I saved the basement for a separate video, which you can see after this one. But since we already did that, let's go ahead and wrap up outside. Sweet. So that's nice. That must be brand new, which would explain to me that the condenser unit, that the cooling coil component of this that marries to the furnace on the inside looked very new as well. The furnace looks older, which you'll hear me talk about in the basement video. But now that I see all this new equipment that they went ahead and updated to an older furnace, they must have been fine with what the internal guts of that furnace looked like. Because it would have been pretty easy to have just swapped the furnace out at the time there if it needed to be. Essentially, the only component of a furnace that can't be replaced is a heat exchanger. It can, but it's not cost effective. So they must have taken a look at that and thought it was okay to keep. There's some tuck point work that could be addressed in that chimney structure, which currently just serves to vent the carbon monoxide from the furnace on the inside, and that's cosmetic, but if I'd get that addressed before long, and that's easy. Heck, I'd do that myself. So again, quick look at the grounds back here. I'm guessing this is what we call a cistern, which would have been like an old-timey 100-year-old place to store water outside of the house before we had plumbing. It's probably filled with concrete, which is why it just looks like a big concrete patch. So again, the masonry work around the exterior of the foundation all looks good. They've shored some of it up here, as you can see. This masonry work with all this skim coating. This all looks new to me because of the paint work over it as well. So, but I'm cool with this place. I dig it. I like the price point. I think it's right for the condition. I like the location. Very affordable area, but certainly one that you're going to experience the most upside and potential investment growth over time, because this neighborhood just has yet to completely catch the gentrification bug, if you will, that some of the other neighborhoods built in this era in our town have. So this is a good up and coming spot to get a deal, and if you want to talk about one, then give me a call.